Chapter 1. The Law of Consequence, the Chain of Creation. The invisible thread that weaves reality. Every moment of existence is shaped by a silent force, an invisible thread that connects past actions to present realities and present choices to future outcomes. This force is known as the Law of Consequence, an unbreakable principle governing every aspect of life, from the physical world to the depths of human experience. The ancient wisdom traditions, modern science, and spiritual teachings all echo this truth. Nothing happens in isolation. For every cause, there is an effect. For every action, a reaction. Just as the sun rises and sets in a predictable rhythm, so too does every thought, choice, and behavior ripple outward, forming the patterns of our lives. This law does not function with emotion or bias. It simply is. It does not punish nor reward. It merely reflects. If we plant an apple seed, we do not get oranges. We get apples. If we nurture kindness, patience, and integrity, we do not reap chaos. We cultivate harmony. Conversely, if we sow anger, resentment, or carelessness, we should not be surprised when these energies return to us in different forms. To understand this law is to realize that we are not passive spectators of fate, but active participants in shaping our world. The power of choice is both a privilege and a responsibility. The three levels of consequence: physical, mental, and spiritual. The law of consequence operates on multiple levels, influencing not only the physical world but also our thoughts, emotions, and spiritual growth. Understanding these dimensions allows us to master this law and harness it for our personal evolution. 1. The physical level: action and reaction. Physics has long confirmed the truth of cause and effect through Newton's third law. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. This principle extends beyond mechanics and governs our everyday lives. If we neglect our health, our body weakens. If we train consistently, we grow stronger. If we speak with kindness, we create warmth in others. If we act with dishonesty, trust erodes. Every small decision contributes to a greater pattern. No single drop of water causes a flood, but many drops together shape rivers, lakes, and oceans. The physical realm teaches us accountability, the understanding that what we do has tangible results. If we wish to create different outcomes, we must change our actions. 2. The mental level: thought becomes reality. Long before an action takes place, it begins as a thought. The mind is the architect of destiny, laying the foundation for our experiences through belief, expectation, and imagination. Consider the mind as fertile soil. Whatever seeds are planted, whether positive or negative, will take root and grow. If we constantly feed our minds with doubt and fear, we cultivate hesitation and failure. If we nourish our minds with confidence and purpose, we create a mindset that attracts growth and success. A person who believes in their ability to succeed takes action. A person who believes in failure hesitates and reinforces their fears. A person who constantly expects misfortune attracts struggle. A person who expects opportunities begins to notice and act on them. This is why awareness of thought is crucial. Every idea we entertain influences our future. By mastering the mental level of the law of consequence, we begin to shape reality through the power of our focus and intent. 3. The spiritual level: energy and karma. Beyond the physical and mental realms, the law of consequence operates on a deeper, more mysterious level: the spiritual plane. In many traditions, this concept is understood as karma, the accumulation of energy resulting from our actions and intentions. Unlike a simple ledger of good and bad deeds, karma is a system of balance. It is not about punishment or reward but learning and growth. Each experience, whether joyful or painful, is an opportunity to refine our understanding, heal past mistakes, and evolve toward a higher state of being. Acts of love and service elevate our energy, drawing more love into our lives. Acts of selfishness or cruelty lower our vibration, creating patterns of struggle. When we act with integrity, life supports our journey with unexpected blessings. When we deceive others, we ultimately deceive ourselves, leading to disconnection. By understanding this level of consequence, we learn to take responsibility not only for our actions but for the energy behind them. The true mastery of life begins when we consciously choose the energy we wish to contribute to the world. How to master the law of consequence. Now that we understand the fundamental nature of this law, The next step is to apply it with awareness and mastery. Living intentionally means recognizing that every moment presents an opportunity to create the future we desire. 1. Cultivate conscious decision-making. The first step to mastering this law is awareness, understanding that every action, thought, and choice carries weight. Before making decisions, ask, what ripple effect will this create? Does this align with the future I want? Am I acting from love, wisdom, or fear? A simple pause before action can prevent unnecessary regret and ensure that we act with integrity and foresight. 2. Align actions with long-term goals. Many people make choices based on immediate gratification rather than long-term consequences. To live wisely, shift your focus from short-term pleasure to long-term fulfillment. Invest in knowledge, health, and relationships. These always yield positive returns. Avoid actions that provide temporary pleasure but create lasting harm. Create habits that support growth, even if they require discipline. By prioritizing actions that build rather than destroy, we construct a foundation for lifelong success. 3. Take responsibility, not blame. Mastering the law of consequence does not mean self-judgment or blame, it means empowerment. Instead of dwelling on past mistakes, learn from them. Each misstep provides valuable lessons for refinement. Blame keeps us stuck. Responsibility moves us forward. Guilt weakens us. Reflection strengthens us. Shame closes doors. Growth opens them. No matter where we are today, we can change direction by making better choices in the present. 4. Understand that some consequences are beyond our control. While we control our actions, we do not always control the results. The universe is interconnected, and sometimes external factors influence outcomes in ways we cannot foresee. What matters is that we continue to act with integrity, trusting the process. Even if results do not come immediately, the energy we put forth always returns, often in ways we least expect. The power to shape your future starts now. The law of consequence is not a distant or abstract concept, it is the reality of life itself. Every thought we think, every word we speak, and every action we take weaves the fabric of our destiny. The question is not whether this law is at work, it always is. The real question is, are we using it consciously or unconsciously? By becoming intentional in our choices, we step into our role as creators rather than mere bystanders. We gain the ability to transform our lives, not through luck or force, but through wisdom and aligned action. Master this law, and you master your future. The next step in our journey is the law of attraction, where we explore how our focus and energy determine what we attract into our lives. Understanding consequence is only the beginning. Learning to consciously direct energy takes us to the next level of creation. Let's continue. Chapter 2. The Law of Attraction, Drawing the World to You. The silent architect of your reality. Imagine waking up every morning with a sense of purpose, knowing that the world around you is responding to the energy you put into it. Picture yourself attracting the right people, opportunities, and circumstances simply by aligning your thoughts and emotions with what you truly desire. This is not wishful thinking. It is the fundamental nature of reality governed by the law of attraction. The law of attraction states that like attracts like. The energy we emit, through our thoughts, emotions, beliefs, and actions, creates a magnetic field around us that pulls in experiences of a similar frequency. If we radiate confidence, gratitude, and positivity, we attract situations that reinforce those energies. Conversely, if we focus on fear, lack, or frustration, we unknowingly invite more of the same into our lives. While this concept may sound mystical, it is rooted in both science and philosophy. Quantum physics suggests that everything in the universe is made up of energy vibrating at different frequencies, including our thoughts and emotions. The mind is not just a passive observer of reality, it is an active participant, shaping and influencing the world around us. If we understand how to work with this law rather than against it, we gain the ability to design our lives with intention. Mastery of the law of attraction is not about mere wishing, it is about aligning our internal world with the external reality we seek to create. The 3 pillars of the law of attraction. To effectively harness the power of attraction, we must recognize that it operates through 3 key principles. 1. Focus. What you give attention to expands. The mind is a powerful projector. Whatever we consistently focus on, whether positive or negative, becomes the dominant force shaping our experiences. Imagine walking through a vast garden. You can choose to focus on the vibrant flowers, their colors and fragrances filling your senses with joy. Or you can fixate on the weeds, feeling frustration over their presence. The garden remains the same, but your focus determines your experience. If you constantly focus on problems, you amplify them. If you focus on opportunities, your mind becomes attuned to finding them. If you expect success, you notice pathways leading to it. If you anticipate failure, your mind seeks confirmation of it. Focus is not about ignoring reality. It is about choosing which aspects of reality to energize. Successful individuals are not free of challenges. They simply train their minds to prioritize solutions over obstacles. 2. Emotion. The energy that fuels attraction. Thoughts alone do not manifest reality. Emotion is the fuel that gives them power. The universe responds not just to what we think, but to how we feel about what we think. A thought charged with passion, excitement, and unwavering belief carries immense energy, making it far more likely to materialize. Conversely, a half-hearted thought lacking emotional depth has little creative power. Consider the difference between two individuals setting the same goal. One says, "I want a better job," but feels doubtful and defeated. The other declares, "I will find the perfect job," with a sense of enthusiasm and certainty. Both have similar intentions, but the second person generates a vibrational energy that aligns with success. The stronger and more positive our emotions, the faster we attract what we desire. 3. Action. The bridge between thought and reality. The law of attraction does not reward idle daydreaming. It responds to energy in motion, meaning that action is a necessary component of manifestation. While visualization and belief are crucial, they must be paired with aligned action. This does not mean forcing or chasing outcomes, but rather taking inspired steps that bring us closer to our goals. A writer who visualizes a best-selling book must also write every day. An entrepreneur who dreams of success must actively seek opportunities. A person who desires love must be open to connection and self-improvement. Attraction is about meeting the universe halfway, by setting the intention, aligning our energy, and then taking action that matches our desires. How to use the law of attraction effectively. Mastering this law requires conscious effort. Below are practical methods to apply it in daily life. 1. Clarity of intention. Know what you truly want. One of the main reasons people struggle with manifestation is vagueness. If we are unclear about what we desire, the universe reflects that uncertainty back to us. To harness this law, we must define our goals with precision. Instead of saying, "I want more money," say, "I want to earn $100,000 per year doing work I love." Instead of saying, "I want to be happy," define what happiness looks like. "I want deep friendships, meaningful work, and personal freedom." Clarity acts like a GPS system for manifestation. It directs energy toward a specific destination. 2. Visualization. Seeing the future as the present. Visualization is one of the most powerful techniques for activating the law of attraction. When we create a mental image of our desired outcome, we begin to shift our energy to match that reality. Scientific studies show that the brain does not differentiate between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. This means that the more we visualize success, the more natural and inevitable it feels. To practice visualization, close your eyes and picture your goal as already achieved. Engage all your senses. What do you see, hear, feel, smell? Feel the emotions of success, excitement, gratitude, joy. Do this daily for a few minutes to reinforce the energetic imprint. 3. Gratitude. Amplify the positive. Gratitude is an accelerant for attraction. When we express genuine appreciation for what we already have, we shift into a state of abundance. Many people focus on what they lack, unknowingly reinforcing scarcity. Gratitude reverses this process by amplifying the positive aspects of life, drawing more of them into our experience. A simple practice is keeping a gratitude journal. Each morning, list 3 things you are grateful for. Feel the appreciation deeply, not just intellectually. Over time, this rewires your mind to seek and attract more to be grateful for. 4. Remove resistance. Let go of doubt. Many people unknowingly block their manifestations through limiting beliefs. If deep down, we do not believe we deserve success, love, or abundance, we create resistance that repels those things. Common blocks include fear of failure or rejection, feeling unworthy of happiness, doubt in one's ability to succeed. To dissolve resistance, identify negative beliefs and reframe them. Use affirmations like, "I am worthy of success," to shift subconscious patterns. Trust in the process. Do not force results, but expect them with confidence. Final thoughts. You are the creator of your reality. The law of attraction is not about magic. It is about awareness, intention, and alignment. Every thought, emotion, and action you engage in sends a signal to the universe, shaping your reality moment by moment. Master this law, and you gain the power to create not just a life you want, but a life that reflects the highest version of yourself. The next chapter will explore the law of energy flow, revealing how to sustain high vibrational energy and momentum toward your dreams. Remember, you attract what you are, not just what you want. Make sure your energy is a match for the life you desire. Let's continue. Chapter 3. The Law of Energy Flow, the Power of Momentum. The constant motion of the universe. Everything in existence is in a perpetual state of motion. The stars swirl in galaxies, rivers carve through mountains, and the cells in our bodies are in continuous renewal. Even in moments of stillness, unseen forces are at work, shaping reality. This universal truth is governed by the law of energy flow, which states that wherever energy is directed, momentum builds. Nothing in the universe remains stagnant. Energy is always moving, expanding, transforming. The same applies to our lives. The thoughts we think, the emotions we feel, and the actions we take create currents that either propel us forward or hold us back. Whether we realize it or not, we are constantly shaping our trajectory through the energy we generate. Understanding this law means recognizing that what we feed grows. If we nurture positive energy, joy, passion, focus, we create momentum in that direction. If we dwell on negativity, fear, doubt, resentment, we strengthen that force instead. The power to shift and direct energy is the key to personal mastery. To harness this law, we must learn to align with the natural flow of energy, allowing momentum to work in our favor rather than against us. The 3 principles of energy flow. 1. Energy moves where attention goes. One of the most fundamental aspects of this law is that our attention directs our energy. Wherever we place our focus, we pour our life force into that area, causing it to expand. If we constantly focus on problems, our problems intensify. If we focus on solutions, we activate creativity and resourcefulness. If we dwell on past regrets, we remain trapped in the past. If we focus on future possibilities, we move toward new opportunities. Imagine watering a garden. If we nurture weeds with our attention, they will thrive and choke out the flowers. If we consciously choose to water the plants that bring beauty and nourishment, they will flourish. The same applies to our thoughts and emotions. This means we must be mindful of what we are feeding with our energy. If we notice ourselves constantly complaining, worrying, or dwelling on negativity, we must shift our focus toward gratitude, solutions, and progress. A practical way to apply this principle is through mental redirection. When a negative thought arises, consciously replace it with a positive one. If feeling stuck, shift focus to action rather than inaction. Instead of saying, "I can't," ask, "How can I?" By training our minds to focus on empowering thoughts, we redirect energy toward growth rather than stagnation. 2. Resistance blocks flow. Have you ever noticed that the harder you resist something, the more it persists? This is because resistance creates energetic blockages. Whether it's resisting change, avoiding emotions, or refusing to let go of control, these blocks disrupt the natural flow of energy. Think of a river encountering a large rock. The water does not stop, it finds a way around the obstacle, adapting to the terrain. In contrast, when we resist life's natural currents, we create unnecessary struggle. Resistance often takes the form of holding on to past pain rather than healing, forcing outcomes rather than trusting the process, fear of change leading to stagnation, Doubt preventing forward movement. The antidote to resistance is acceptance and adaptation. This does not mean passivity, but rather learning to flow with circumstances rather than against them. Ways to release resistance. Practice surrender. Let go of the need to control every detail. Trust that energy flows best when we allow it. Accept what is. Instead of fighting reality, ask, how can I work with this situation? Stay open to change. Flexibility allows for new opportunities and insights. Move through emotions. Suppressed emotions create blocks. Processing them restores energetic balance. By learning to embrace life's natural flow, we open ourselves to greater ease and synchronicity. 3. Momentum is built through consistency. Just as a rolling stone gathers speed, energy compounds over time. Every small effort adds to the larger movement, creating momentum toward our goals. This is why consistency is one of the most powerful forces in personal growth. A single positive action may not seem significant, but repeated over time, it transforms reality. Examples of momentum in action. A writer who writes 1 page a day will have a book in a year. A person who exercises daily will see their body transform over time. A musician who practices regularly will master their craft. An entrepreneur who persistently takes small steps will build an empire. The key to sustaining momentum is habit formation. The more we repeat an action, the easier it becomes. This is because neuronal pathways in the brain strengthen with repetition, making habits automatic. To harness momentum effectively. Start small. Taking consistent small actions is better than occasional big efforts. Create systems. Structure daily habits to support long-term growth. Eliminate friction. Reduce obstacles that slow progress, e.g., setting out workout clothes the night before exercising. Track progress. Seeing improvement fuels continued effort. The law of energy flow teaches that we do not need massive leaps to succeed. Steady, aligned action is the true catalyst for transformation. Practical ways to align with energy flow. 1. Raise your vibrational state. Since everything is energy, the frequency we operate at influences what we attract and how we experience life. Higher vibrational states, such as gratitude, love, enthusiasm, and creativity, enhance flow, while lower states, such as fear, anger, doubt, and apathy, create stagnation. To elevate your energy. Engage in activities that bring joy, music, art, nature, laughter. Move your body, exercise, dance, breathwork. Surround yourself with high-energy people. Consume uplifting content, books, podcasts, conversations. Practice gratitude daily. Meditate to clear mental clutter. The higher your vibration, the more effortlessly life flows. 2. Take inspired action. Many people make the mistake of waiting for motivation before taking action. However, action itself generates energy. When we begin moving toward a goal, even in small ways, momentum builds, making progress feel natural. Steps to take inspired action. Break goals into microsteps. Small wins create motivation. Trust intuition. Listen to inner nudges guiding you toward opportunities. Act even when uncertain. Clarity often comes after we start moving. Surround yourself with momentum builders. Stay connected to people who encourage forward movement. Action creates energy, and energy fuels action. Waiting for the perfect time often results in no movement at all. 3. Declutter your life. Stagnant energy often accumulates in physical, mental, and emotional clutter. Removing these blocks restores flow. Declutter your space. A clean, organized environment promotes mental clarity. Let go of draining relationships. Surround yourself with supportive, growth-oriented people. Clear mental clutter. Journaling, meditation, or therapy can help process unresolved emotions. Reduce distractions. Focus energy on what truly matters. Decluttering is not just about removing what doesn't serve us. It's about creating space for new energy to flow in. Final thoughts. Energy in motion stays in motion. The law of energy flow is a reminder that nothing is fixed or stagnant unless we allow it to be. We always have the power to shift our trajectory by adjusting what we focus on, how we respond, and the actions we take. Life is not about controlling every detail. It is about aligning with the natural current of energy and moving in harmony with it. Once we understand this, success, fulfillment, and transformation become not only possible but inevitable. The next chapter will explore the law of alignment, how to ensure that our actions, beliefs, and desires work together rather than against each other. Momentum is powerful, but if it is directed in the wrong way, it can lead us away from what we truly desire. Let's continue. Chapter 4. The Law of Alignment, the Path of Purpose. The key to a life of flow and fulfillment. Have you ever felt a deep sense of struggle, as if you were swimming against the current of life? Have you pursued success only to find yourself feeling empty when you achieved it? Or perhaps you've experienced moments where everything just clicked, where opportunities flowed effortlessly and life felt almost magical? This is the essence of the law of alignment. When our thoughts, emotions, actions, and purpose are in harmony, life flows with ease. But when these forces are misaligned, we experience frustration, obstacles, and a sense of disconnect. Alignment is the key to fulfillment. It ensures that what we desire is not just an empty wish, but something deeply connected to our values, passions, and true potential. When we align with our highest self, life doesn't feel like a constant battle. Instead, it becomes an unfolding of opportunities, synchronicities, and personal growth. Mastering this law allows us to create a life of meaning, where success is not just external achievement, but inner peace and fulfillment. Understanding alignment. The 4 pillars. Alignment is not just about thinking positively or setting goals. It is about ensuring that all parts of our being are moving in the same direction. The law of alignment operates through 4 key levels. 1. Mental alignment, clarity of thought. The first step to alignment is mental clarity. Many people live in confusion, unsure of what they truly want, constantly shifting their focus, or following goals imposed by others rather than their own inner calling. Without clear intention, energy becomes scattered. Imagine a ship sailing without a destination. No matter how fast it moves, it drifts aimlessly. In the same way, when we lack clarity, we waste time and energy on things that do not truly serve us. To align your mind. Define your core values. What truly matters to you? Not society's expectations, but your truth. Clarify your goals. What do you want to experience in life? Be specific. Eliminate conflicting beliefs. Do you desire success but secretly fear failure? Are you pursuing a goal that doesn't actually fulfill you? Resolve these inner contradictions. Focus your energy. Train your mind to direct energy toward what truly matters. The clearer your thoughts, the more powerfully you can align with what you desire. 2. Emotional alignment, the power of inner state. Your emotions are your internal compass. When you feel excitement, passion, and joy about a goal, it means you are aligned with it. When you feel dread, anxiety, or resistance, it means something is off. Many people chase external success while feeling miserable inside. They ignore their emotional signals and wonder why, despite their achievements, they feel unfulfilled. True alignment happens when your external pursuits match your internal feelings. How to achieve emotional alignment. Check in with yourself regularly. Are you excited about your path, or does it feel forced? Heal emotional blockages. Unresolved trauma or limiting beliefs can create inner resistance. Work through them. Cultivate joy in the present. Don't postpone happiness for the future. Align with joy now, and success will follow. Trust your emotions. If something feels deeply wrong, don't ignore it. Realign. Your emotions are not obstacles. They are guides that help you stay on the right path. 3. Behavioral alignment. Acting in harmony with your goals. A dream without action is just a fantasy. Alignment means ensuring that your daily actions are moving you toward your higher vision. Many people say they want one thing but act in ways that contradict it. They want financial freedom but spend recklessly. They want love but close their hearts out of fear. They want health but neglect their well-being. This misalignment creates friction, a state where reality does not reflect our desires. The only way to resolve it is through conscious action. To align your behavior. Audit your daily habits. Are they moving you closer to or further from your goals? Take responsibility. Your life is a reflection of your consistent actions. Own your choices. Make small adjustments. You don't need drastic change overnight. Small aligned actions compound into transformation. Commit to discipline. Do what needs to be done, even when motivation fades. When your behavior aligns with your intentions, momentum builds, and success follows naturally. 4. Purpose alignment. Living in harmony with your higher self. True alignment is not just about achieving success, it is about fulfilling your deeper purpose. Many people chase external goals but still feel empty because they are disconnected from their soul's calling. Purpose is not necessarily about fame, money, or status. It is about doing what feels deeply meaningful to you. Some people find purpose in creativity, others in teaching, healing, innovation, or simply spreading kindness. To align with your purpose. Listen to your intuition. What excites and inspires you? Notice what feels natural. Your purpose often aligns with what comes easily to you. Ask, how can I contribute? Purpose is often connected to serving others in some way. Follow what gives you energy. If something drains you, it's not aligned. If it energizes you, it is. When you align with your true purpose, life begins to flow effortlessly. Challenges still arise, but they no longer feel like a struggle because you are in harmony with your deeper calling. Signs you are in alignment versus out of alignment. When you are in alignment. White heavy check mark, you wake up feeling excited about life. White heavy check mark, you experience synchronicities. Things seem to fall into place naturally. White heavy check mark, you feel energized rather than drained. White heavy check mark, you attract the right people and opportunities effortlessly. White heavy check mark, you experience inner peace. Even during challenges, you trust the process. When you are out of alignment. Cross mark, you feel stuck or unmotivated. Cross mark, you experience constant obstacles and setbacks. Cross mark, you feel drained, stressed, or uninspired. Cross mark, you struggle with self-doubt and confusion. Cross mark, you notice toxic patterns repeating in relationships, work, or health. If you are feeling out of alignment, don't panic. Awareness is the first step to change. Once you recognize where misalignment exists, you can adjust and realign. Practical ways to realign your life. 1. Reflection and self-inquiry. Set aside time to reflect. Am I truly happy with my current path? Are my actions aligned with my deeper values? What areas of my life feel off or forced? What would my ideal life look like? Journaling, meditation, or deep conversations with mentors can help bring clarity. 2. Small adjustments, big impact. Alignment does not require radical life changes overnight. Often, small shifts create major transformations. If your career feels misaligned, start exploring new possibilities on the side. If your health is suffering, add one healthy habit at a time. If your relationships feel toxic, start setting boundaries. Minor changes in direction can lead to completely different destinations. 3. Follow the energy of excitement. The things that excite and inspire you are not random. They are signals from your higher self. Pay attention to what naturally lights you up and take small steps toward those experiences. Final thoughts. Alignment is the secret to effortless success. When you align your mind, emotions, actions, and purpose, life stops feeling like a struggle and starts flowing naturally. Success becomes effortless, not because you are not working, but because you are moving with the current rather than against it. Alignment is the key to glowing star greater joy, glowing star stronger intuition, glowing star faster manifestation, glowing star deep fulfillment. In the next chapter, we will explore the law of resistance, why struggle happens and how to move beyond it to create a life of ease and momentum. Let's continue. Rocket. Chapter 5. The Law of Resistance. Overcoming Struggle and Unlocking Flow. The Paradox of Resistance. Why the more you struggle, the harder it gets. Have you ever noticed that the harder you push against something, the more resistance you seem to face? Whether it's a goal you can't quite reach, a relationship that feels forced, or an obstacle that seems to grow the more you fight it, resistance often creates the very struggle we're trying to avoid. This is the law of resistance. Whatever we resist, persists. When we push against life, we create friction, making our journey unnecessarily difficult. However, when we learn to let go of resistance and work with a natural flow of energy, we unlock a state of ease and momentum. Resistance does not mean obstacles don't exist. It means that our reaction to those obstacles determines whether we suffer or adapt. The key is to recognize when we are fighting against reality rather than working with it. Mastering this law is the difference between constant struggle and effortless success. What is resistance? Understanding its invisible grip. Resistance is an inner force that prevents us from moving forward. It takes many forms, including fear, doubt, procrastination, self-sabotage, and avoidance. It often manifests as feeling stuck in life without progress, having negative thought loops that keep us trapped in the past, constantly postponing decisions out of fear of failure, feeling overwhelmed by self-doubt and insecurity, experiencing stress and tension instead of ease and flow. Resistance creates unnecessary suffering because it blocks energy from flowing freely. The more we resist change, challenges, or emotions, the more energy becomes stagnant, leading to frustration, exhaustion, and burnout. The irony of resistance is that it does not remove the problem, it makes it stronger. But when we recognize and release resistance, we move into a state of flow where solutions come easily. The 3 types of resistance that keep you stuck. 1. Resistance to change. Fear of the unknown. One of the most common forms of resistance is fear of change. Even when we desire transformation, a part of us clings to the familiar, no matter how uncomfortable it may be. We say we want success, but fear the responsibilities it brings. We say we want love, but resist vulnerability. We say we want growth, but cling to old habits. This resistance comes from the mind's desire for certainty. The unknown feels risky, so the mind convinces us to stay where we are, even if it means staying stagnant. How to overcome it? Reframe fear as excitement. Your mind interprets uncertainty as danger, but you can shift this perspective. Instead of thinking, "What if I fail?" ask, "What if this leads to something amazing?" Take small steps. You don't need to leap into the unknown. Gradual movement toward change makes it less overwhelming. Trust the process. Life unfolds in ways we cannot predict. Trust that letting go of resistance will bring new opportunities. 2. Resistance to emotions. Avoiding pain. Many people resist their emotions, suppressing sadness, anger, or disappointment in an attempt to appear strong. However, what we suppress doesn't disappear, it festers. Ignoring grief makes it resurface unexpectedly. Suppressing anger turns into resentment. Avoiding discomfort prevents personal growth. Emotions are meant to be felt, processed, and released. Resistance keeps them trapped, creating emotional blockages that manifest as anxiety, stress, and even physical illness. How to overcome it? Feel the emotion fully. Instead of running from discomfort, sit with it. Acknowledge its presence without judgment. Express it healthily. Writing, talking to a friend, or engaging in creative outlets can help emotions flow. Let go of attachment. Emotions are temporary. Accept them without identifying with them. 3. Resistance to reality. Fighting what is. One of the greatest sources of suffering is wanting life to be different than it is. When we resist reality, we create frustration, bitterness, and disappointment. Wishing things were easier does not make them so. Fighting against circumstances does not change them. Clinging to the past prevents forward movement. Acceptance is not passivity. It is recognizing the power in surrender. When we stop resisting reality, we open space for change. How to overcome it? Accept, then act. Instead of wasting energy wishing things were different, ask, how can I move forward given the reality I have? Let go of control. You cannot control everything. Focus only on what you can influence. Find meaning in challenges. Every hardship carries a lesson. Look for growth rather than victimhood. How to release resistance and create flow. The secret to overcoming resistance is not to fight it, but to dissolve it. When we let go of inner struggle, we naturally enter a state of ease and alignment. Here's how to shift from resistance to flow. 1. Practice non-attachment. Attachment is a major cause of resistance. We become attached to specific outcomes, and when things don't go as expected, we resist reality. Instead of forcing things to happen, allow them to unfold. Instead of clinging to expectations, embrace flexibility. Instead of demanding certainty, trust the unknown. Letting go does not mean giving up, it means making space for better possibilities. 2. Shift from control to trust. Control is an illusion. The more we try to control people, events, and outcomes, the more resistance we create. Trust allows us to navigate life's changes with grace rather than force. Ways to cultivate trust. Develop faith in timing. Everything happens in the right season. Release the need to control others. Let people be who they are. Focus on effort, not outcome. Do your best and trust the process. 3. Align with the path of least resistance. The universe operates through the path of least resistance, just as water flows around obstacles rather than through them. When we align with this principle, we move toward solutions effortlessly. How to do this? Follow your intuition. Your inner guidance knows the easiest path. Recognize when to pivot. If something isn't working, shift direction. Allow opportunities to come naturally. Stop forcing results. Align with what feels effortless. 4. Release internal conflict. Often, resistance is not external but within us. Conflicting desires, limiting beliefs, and unresolved fears create internal blocks. Identify contradictions. Do you say you want success but secretly fear responsibility? Resolve inner tension. Align your beliefs with your goals. Make peace with discomfort. Growth requires temporary discomfort. Accept it. 5. Develop a mindset of flow. Flow is the opposite of resistance. It is a state of ease, creativity, and momentum. When we let go of struggle, we enter a rhythm where life unfolds naturally. To cultivate flow, do what energizes you. Resistance fades when you engage in fulfilling activities. Live in the present. The past creates regret, and the future creates worry. Flow happens now. Trust that solutions exist. When you stop forcing, answers emerge naturally. Chapter 6. The Law of Contribution. The Power of Giving. The Unseen Exchange. How what we give to the world comes back to us. There is a profound truth that underpins the workings of the universe. What we give is always returned to us, often in ways we least expect. This is the essence of the law of contribution, which teaches that the energy, love, kindness, resources, and time we contribute to the world ripples out, influencing the lives of others, and ultimately shaping our own reality. At its core, the law of contribution is a universal principle that says we are all interconnected. Our actions, whether positive or negative, create a feedback loop that returns to us, either enhancing our lives or inviting new challenges. The more we give, the more we receive, though not always in material form. The law of contribution speaks to the abundance of life, reminding us that the richness of the world is not something to hoard but something to share. When we contribute, whether by helping others, offering our knowledge, or even simply sharing a smile, we create a cycle of reciprocity that nourishes the giver, the receiver, and the world around us. By focusing on giving without expecting anything in return, we not only foster connection but also unlock the pathway to unlimited abundance. This chapter explores how we can activate the law of contribution in our lives and why it is essential for both personal growth and the betterment of the world. The foundation of contribution. The mindset of abundance. 1. Abundance versus scarcity mindset. The law of contribution is rooted in the mindset of abundance. People who live with an abundant mindset believe that there is plenty to go around and that by giving, they are not depleting themselves but enriching the world. On the other hand, a scarcity mindset believes that resources, whether love, money, or opportunities, are limited. This mindset often leads to fear, selfishness, and a reluctance to give. A person who operates from abundance is more likely to freely share their resources, time, and energy, knowing that there is always more to receive. They trust that the universe will provide for them and that the energy they give will return, often magnified. The scarcity mindset, however, creates a barrier to true contribution. It leads to withholding and hoarding, which can cause emotional, financial, and spiritual poverty. People with this mindset are more focused on what they can take from the world rather than what they can contribute. The law of contribution operates on the principle that the more you give, the more you receive. But it is crucial to understand that what you give must come from a place of sincerity, not obligation. It's about offering what you can to the world, whether it's your time, your skills, your love, or your resources, and trusting that the universe will bring you back what you need in return. The power of selflessness. Why giving without expecting in return is key. 2. Giving without attachment. The most powerful form of contribution occurs when we give without attachment to the outcome. This is where many people get stuck. They give with the expectation of receiving something in return, whether it's recognition, appreciation, or material rewards. While it's natural to want to feel appreciated, true contribution transcends the need for external validation. True giving happens when you offer your time, energy, or resources with no strings attached. It's about doing something because it feels right, because it serves the greater good, or because you feel compelled to help, not because you expect a return. This form of giving is powerful because it comes from a place of love and abundance rather than from a place of need or lack. When we give without attachment, we allow the universe to work its magic, often returning our gifts in unexpected ways. Sometimes, the rewards are intangible, like feelings of joy, fulfillment, or gratitude. Other times, they come in the form of opportunities, relationships, or material resources. This principle of selfless contribution applies to all aspects of life. You might contribute your time to a cause, offer emotional support to a friend, share your knowledge with a colleague, or help someone in need, without expecting anything in return. The universe works through cycles of energy. What you give to others, you give to yourself. 3. The ripple effect. How small acts of contribution make a big difference. One of the most profound aspects of the law of contribution is that small acts of kindness or generosity can create enormous ripples of impact. You don't need to make grand gestures or large sacrifices to contribute to the world. Small, consistent contributions, whether it's a smile, a word of encouragement, or a helping hand, can have a far-reaching impact. The ripple effect happens when your actions inspire others to do the same. One act of kindness or generosity can spark a chain reaction, spreading positivity, compassion, and goodwill throughout a community or even the world. This is the beauty of the law of contribution. It amplifies the impact of your efforts. For instance, imagine that you help someone in need. That person may feel inspired to pay it forward, offering kindness to someone else. Over time, these small acts of generosity multiply, creating a movement of goodwill that spreads far beyond your original action. Even seemingly insignificant acts, like helping a stranger, offering advice, or donating time or money, can lead to greater transformation than you might ever realize. The energy you give out continues to flow, touching countless lives. How to activate the law of contribution in your life. 1. Start with what you have. Contribution doesn't require vast amounts of money, time, or energy. You can begin right where you are, with what you already have. Sometimes, the most meaningful contributions come from the simplest acts. Your time, offering your time to help someone in need, volunteering for a cause, or simply spending time with someone who needs a listening ear. Your skills. Share your expertise with others. Teach what you know, mentor someone who's just starting out, or offer professional advice when needed. Your love. Show love and kindness to others. This is perhaps the most precious gift of all. A kind word, a hug, or simply being there for someone can mean the world. Your resources. You don't need to be wealthy to contribute. You can donate clothes, food, or other necessities to those in need. Alternatively, contribute by helping someone solve a problem or sharing useful information. 2. Give freely, expecting nothing in return. As mentioned earlier, the most powerful contribution comes when you release attachment to the outcome. This requires a shift in mindset, from focusing on what you will receive to focusing on the act of giving itself. A good way to practice this is by setting an intention to give without expectation every day. This could mean helping someone without seeking recognition or thanks, offering advice without expecting the person to follow it, donating to a cause without hoping for a return. The act of giving without expecting anything in return allows you to experience the joy of contribution without feeling disappointed or resentful if the universe doesn't provide immediate rewards. True giving is an act of love, not a transaction. 3. Contribute to others' growth and success. A key aspect of the law of contribution is lifting others up. The more we help others achieve success, the more success we attract into our own lives. This doesn't mean that you need to give everything you have to others, but it does mean that you actively seek ways to support others' growth and well-being. Mentorship. Share your knowledge and experience with someone who is just starting out in their field. Provide guidance, support, and encouragement. Networking. Help others expand their networks and make valuable connections. Be generous with your resources, knowledge, and connections. Encouragement. Sometimes, the best way to contribute is by offering a word of encouragement. A simple compliment or acknowledgement of someone's hard work can have a profound impact on their motivation and self-esteem. When you contribute to the success of others, you create a cycle of positive energy. By helping someone rise, you also raise your own vibration, making you a magnet for further opportunities and success. 4. Recognize that contribution can be a spiritual practice. At its highest level, the law of contribution becomes a spiritual practice. It's a way of living that connects us to the greater whole, to the collective energy of humanity, nature, and the universe. When we give without expecting anything in return, we experience a deep sense of fulfillment and inner peace. Spiritual contribution goes beyond material things. It's about offering your authentic self to the world. It's about being present for others, showing love, and sharing your gifts with the collective. The more you contribute from this place of spiritual alignment, the more you align yourself with the flow of abundance and universal energy. Chapter 7. The Law of Detachment. The Freedom of Letting Go. The Paradox of Control. Why clinging to outcomes creates suffering. In a world that often rewards action, ambition, and planning, the idea of detachment might seem counterintuitive. We are taught from a young age that to achieve our goals, we must fight for them, push forward, and never let go. Yet, the law of detachment teaches us the opposite. True freedom comes when we release control and trust the natural flow of life. The law of detachment operates on the principle that holding onto something too tightly often causes more harm than good. When we become overly attached to specific outcomes or desires, we become fearful, anxious, and rigid in our approach to life. This attachment binds us to the idea that only one path can lead to success or happiness, limiting our potential. Ironically, the more we release attachment to specific outcomes, the more we open ourselves up to a vast array of possibilities. By letting go of the need to control, we allow life to unfold in ways that may be even better than we imagined. This chapter will explore the power of detachment, why it's essential for our well-being, and practical ways to incorporate it into our lives for greater peace, success, and fulfillment. The essence of detachment: letting go of the need to control. 1. The dangers of attachment. At the core of the law of detachment is the understanding that attachment leads to suffering. The more attached we are to an outcome, the more we believe that our happiness depends on it. When life doesn't go as planned, or when we face unexpected challenges, we feel disappointed, frustrated, or even devastated. Attachment creates a false sense of control, leading us to believe that if we can just work harder, manipulate circumstances, or force our desires, we will achieve our goals. In reality, this approach often leads to burnout, stress, and feelings of inadequacy. For example, consider a person who is so attached to the idea of landing a specific job that they become consumed by it. They apply again and again, tweak their resume endlessly, and exhaust themselves in a relentless pursuit of that one position. But in doing so, they miss out on other opportunities that could be a better fit for them, simply because they are so focused on one path. Attachment to a specific outcome creates a narrow perspective, making it difficult to see alternative opportunities that might be even better suited for us. It closes us off to new experiences and keeps us stuck in a cycle of frustration and desire. 2. The freedom of detachment. The freedom that comes with detachment is profound. It doesn't mean giving up on our goals or desires. Rather, it means releasing the need to control how and when they manifest. By letting go of our attachment to a particular outcome, we create space for the universe to deliver opportunities and results that are in alignment with our highest good. In essence, detachment is the freedom to trust the process of life. It means trusting that everything is unfolding as it should, even if it doesn't look the way we expected. Detachment allows us to remain open to life's flow without feeling anxious or desperate. When we let go of the need to control the outcome, We open ourselves to new possibilities, greater creativity, and deeper peace. It is the paradox of life. The more we release, the more we gain. The benefits of detachment. 1. Emotional freedom. One of the greatest benefits of detachment is emotional freedom. When we are attached to an outcome, our emotional state becomes contingent on external circumstances. We are at the mercy of the world around us, constantly shifting between elation and despair based on whether things go our way. For instance, imagine you're waiting for a job offer. If you are deeply attached to getting this job, your emotions will be in turmoil. Every day that passes without news makes you feel more anxious, uncertain, and worried. The job offer becomes the only thing that can bring you happiness. But what happens when you detach from that outcome? You no longer place your worth or happiness in the hands of external events. You might still hope for the job, but you no longer base your emotional well-being on it. You allow yourself to feel peaceful and grounded, regardless of what happens, because you trust that whatever comes is meant for you. Detachment allows you to experience life fully, without being hijacked by external circumstances. It creates a sense of inner peace and stability that doesn't rely on things going your way. 2. Increased flexibility and adaptability. Another benefit of detachment is that it fosters greater flexibility and adaptability. When we are attached to a particular outcome, we become rigid in our thinking. We believe that there is only one right way to achieve success or happiness. However, life rarely unfolds exactly as we expect. Opportunities arise in unexpected places, and challenges often lead to new avenues of growth. When we practice detachment, we become more adaptable, able to embrace change and adjust our course as needed. For example, if we are attached to a particular job, we may miss out on opportunities to develop new skills, build relationships, or pursue other passions because we are so focused on that one path. Detachment allows us to be open to multiple avenues of fulfillment and embrace new opportunities as they arise. 3. Reduced anxiety and stress. When we release our attachment to specific outcomes, we experience less anxiety and stress. Attachment often comes with expectations, and when those expectations are not met, we feel disappointed and frustrated. The fear of not achieving our goals or failing in some way can create overwhelming pressure. Detachment, on the other hand, removes the pressure of expecting a certain result. It invites us to shift our focus from the destination to the journey itself. Instead of obsessing over the outcome, we focus on taking inspired action, learning, and growing along the way. By trusting the process and releasing the need to control every aspect of our lives, we create a sense of relief and freedom, allowing ourselves to feel at peace, no matter what happens. How to practice detachment. Practical steps to letting go. 1. Cultivate trust in the process. At the heart of detachment is trust. Trust that life is unfolding as it should, even when we don't understand why things are happening the way they are. Trusting the process means believing that the universe knows what is best for you, and that everything that happens is for your growth. To practice trust, try these techniques. Affirmations of trust. Remind yourself daily that the universe has your back. Reaffirm your belief that everything is working out for your highest good. Surrender control. When you catch yourself trying to control a situation, practice letting go. Trust that if you take the right actions, everything will fall into place. Embrace uncertainty. Understand that uncertainty is a part of life, and it is often the birthplace of new opportunities and growth. 2. Focus on the present moment. Another way to practice detachment is by fully embracing the present moment. When we are attached to a specific outcome, we become obsessed with the future, constantly worrying about whether or not it will unfold the way we want. To detach from the future and return to the present, try these practices. Mindfulness meditation. Engage in daily mindfulness exercises to train your mind to focus on the here and now, rather than projecting into the future. Grounding techniques. Use grounding exercises, such as deep breathing, walking barefoot on grass, or feeling the sensations in your body, to bring yourself into the present moment. Shift your perspective. Remind yourself that the present moment is all you truly have. When you focus on the present, you release the grip on future outcomes. 3. Let go of expectations. Letting go of expectations is a crucial part of detachment. Expectations create attachment to a particular outcome, and when that outcome doesn't manifest as we envisioned, it leads to disappointment. To practice letting go of expectations. Release rigid timelines. Instead of setting exact deadlines, focus on taking consistent action without being attached to when or how things will unfold. Accept what is. Instead of resisting circumstances, accept things as they are, trusting that there is a purpose behind everything. Embrace the unknown. Rather than being afraid of uncertainty, welcome it as an opportunity for growth and unexpected blessings. 4. Practice self-love and letting go of external validation. Detachment also involves releasing the need for external validation. When we are overly attached to the approval of others or the outcome of our efforts, we lose touch with our own worth and value. To practice self-love and release external validation. Affirm your own worth. Remind yourself that you are enough, regardless of external results. Stop seeking approval. Release the need to please others or seek their approval for your choices. Trust your own intuition. Nurture your inner peace. Engage in activities that make you feel good and cultivate a deep sense of self-love and acceptance. Final thoughts. The power of letting go. The law of detachment invites us to experience life with ease, peace, and trust. By letting go of the need to control every outcome, we free ourselves from the chains of attachment and open ourselves up to new possibilities and experiences. Detachment is not about giving up. It's about embracing life's flow and trusting that the universe will provide what we need when we need it. When we release attachment to the outcome, we move into a state of inner freedom that allows us to fully embrace the journey. In the next chapter, we will explore the law of authenticity, discovering the power of being true to ourselves and living in alignment with our deepest values. Let's continue this journey of self-discovery and empowerment. Seedling. Chapter 8. The Law of Authenticity, Living True to Yourself. The freedom of being yourself. The power of authenticity. What does it truly mean to be authentic? In a world full of expectations, influences, and noise, how do we find the courage to be ourselves, unapologetically and without compromise? The law of authenticity teaches that the key to a fulfilling, successful, and meaningful life is to align with your true essence, to express who you are at your core, without fear of judgment or rejection. Being authentic doesn't mean rejecting societal norms or living in isolation. It means living in accordance with your deepest values, beliefs, and desires, and honoring your truth at every turn. It's about shedding the masks we wear to fit in or gain approval and instead embracing the unique qualities that make us who we are. In a society that often promotes conformity, living authentically is an act of personal liberation. It requires great courage to step into the fullness of your own identity, especially in the face of external pressures. Yet, when you do, you unlock a power that aligns you with your highest potential, creating an undeniable magnetism that attracts the right people, opportunities, and circumstances into your life. This chapter will explore the power of authenticity, why it's essential for your personal growth, and how you can embrace and express your true self in all aspects of your life. The essence of authenticity. Understanding what it means to be true to yourself. 1. The masks we wear. Authenticity begins with recognizing the masks we wear to protect ourselves or to fit into society. These masks can take many forms. The mask of perfection, trying to appear flawless or constantly successful, even when we're struggling internally. The mask of approval, doing things to gain the approval of others, even if it means sacrificing our own desires or values. The mask of strength, hiding our vulnerability and pretending to have it all together, when in reality, we might need support or help. These masks are built out of fear. Fear of rejection, fear of not being good enough, or fear of being seen as different. While these masks may protect us temporarily, they prevent us from truly connecting with others and from stepping into our full potential. Living authentically means removing these masks, allowing ourselves to show up in the world as we truly are, without pretense or fear of judgment. It's not about being perfect, it's about being real, vulnerable, and true to ourselves, even when it feels uncomfortable. 2. The power of vulnerability. Authenticity and vulnerability go hand in hand. In a world that often celebrates strength, independence, and invulnerability, being open and honest about our weaknesses can feel like a risk. Yet, vulnerability is one of the greatest expressions of authenticity. It is the willingness to be seen in all our humanity, our flaws, struggles, and imperfections, and still know that we are worthy of love and respect. When we embrace vulnerability, we show others that it's okay to be imperfect, and we create space for deeper, more meaningful connections. Authenticity isn't about being invulnerable or shielded. It's about being courageous enough to show up as we are, with all our complexities, hopes, fears, and dreams. Why authenticity is crucial for personal growth and fulfillment. 1. Living in alignment with your values. The law of authenticity teaches us that living in alignment with our values is essential for true fulfillment. When we act in ways that are inauthentic, we feel disconnected from ourselves and our deeper purpose. We may achieve external success, but we will always feel a sense of emptiness or dissatisfaction because we are not living in harmony with our true self. On the other hand, when we make choices that align with our core values, whether it's in our careers, relationships, or lifestyle, we create a sense of inner peace and contentment. Authenticity is about honoring what matters most to us, not what others think is important or desirable. For example, if your value is creativity, you'll feel fulfilled when you make time for creative pursuits, whether that's through art, writing, or problem-solving. If your value is integrity, you'll feel peace when you speak and act truthfully, even when it's difficult. If your value is connection, you'll feel fulfilled when you nurture meaningful relationships and are vulnerable with others. Living authentically means that every action you take aligns with your values, making your life more coherent, purposeful, and satisfying. 2. The freedom to be who you are. When we live authentically, we experience freedom. Freedom from the expectations and limitations that we or society place upon ourselves. This freedom allows us to follow our own path, make choices that resonate with us, and stop pretending to be someone we're not. For many of us, freedom is an internal experience. It's the freedom to make choices without the burden of constantly trying to please others, the freedom to express our thoughts and feelings openly, and the freedom to live in alignment with our own truth. True freedom comes when we realize that we don't have to prove ourselves to anyone. We don't need to conform to external pressures or expectations. We can simply be who we are and trust that this is enough. 3. Creating meaningful connections. When we live authentically, we also create genuine connections with others. The more we show up as our true selves, the more others feel safe to do the same. Authenticity fosters trust and mutual respect, building relationships based on realness rather than pretense. Many people long for deeper connections but are afraid to be vulnerable or authentic. Yet, it is vulnerability and authenticity that allow for the deepest bonds. When we show up as we truly are, without masks or agendas, we attract people who resonate with our energy and who accept us for who we are. Authentic relationships are built on mutual understanding, shared values, and open communication. These relationships provide us with support, love, and a sense of belonging, ingredients essential for happiness and fulfillment. How to live more authentically. Practical steps to embrace your true self. 1. Practice self-reflection. The journey to authenticity begins with self-reflection. To live authentically, we must first understand who we truly are, what we value, and what we desire. This requires a willingness to explore our own beliefs, habits, and emotional patterns. You can begin by journaling. Reflect on your thoughts, feelings, and actions to gain insight into your authentic desires and values. Meditation. Use mindfulness or meditation to clear mental clutter and listen to your inner voice. Ask yourself deep questions. What makes me feel alive? What am I most passionate about? What do I fear? These questions can help you identify areas where you are not fully living in alignment with your true self. Self-reflection allows you to identify any areas of inauthenticity and make conscious changes that align your actions with your true essence. 2. Let go of the need for external validation. One of the biggest obstacles to authenticity is our dependence on external validation. We often seek approval or recognition from others, hoping that their approval will affirm our worth. However, this need for validation keeps us tied to the opinions of others, preventing us from living our truth. To detach from the need for external validation, you can affirm your worth. Remind yourself that your value does not depend on others' opinions of you. You are enough, just as you are. Stop comparing yourself to others. Everyone has their own unique journey. Comparing yourself to others only diminishes your sense of self-worth. Take actions based on your own desires. Make decisions from a place of self-respect, not based on what others think is best for you. When you let go of the need for external validation, you open the door to true self-expression and inner peace. 3. Embrace vulnerability. As mentioned earlier, vulnerability is key to authenticity. Being vulnerable means being open to experiencing all aspects of life, even the difficult ones. It's about sharing your true feelings, expressing your needs, and being honest about your struggles. To embrace vulnerability, try sharing your true feelings. Be open with loved ones, friends, or co-workers about what you're experiencing. Share your highs and lows without fear of judgment. Asking for help. Recognize that it's okay to seek support. Vulnerability is not a weakness. It's an act of strength. Letting go of perfection. Accept that you are a work in progress, and that's okay. Embrace your imperfections as part of your authentic self. Vulnerability helps you develop deeper connections and experience real emotional intimacy with others. 4. Live in alignment with your values. Living authentically means acting in accordance with your values. When your actions align with what matters most to you, you experience a sense of peace and satisfaction. When your actions conflict with your values, you feel uneasy and disconnected. To live in alignment with your values, start by clarifying your values. Take time to identify your core beliefs and values. What truly matters to you? What do you stand for? Make value-based decisions. When faced with a choice, ask yourself if the decision is in line with your core values. Honor your boundaries. Protect your values by setting boundaries that align with your sense of self. When you live in alignment with your values, you begin to live authentically, creating a sense of wholeness and fulfillment. Final thoughts. The power of authenticity. The law of authenticity teaches that living true to yourself is the key to lasting fulfillment and success. By embracing your true essence, your strengths, flaws, desires, and values, you unlock the freedom to live the life you were meant to live. Authenticity creates deeper connections, greater peace, and the courage to pursue your dreams without fear of judgment or rejection. As we continue on this journey, remember, you are enough, just as you are. Your authenticity is your greatest strength, and it is the key to creating a life of purpose, joy, and success. In the next chapter, we will explore the law of intentionality, learning how to set purposeful intentions and align them with our authentic desires for an even more empowered and fulfilling life. Let's continue this journey of self-discovery and transformation. Glowing Star. Chapter 9. The Law of Intentionality. The Power of Purposeful Action. The Power of Intent. Shaping your future through purposeful action. Have you ever thought about your life as a series of random events, or do you see yourself as the architect of your own destiny? The law of intentionality teaches us that we are not mere bystanders in our own lives. Rather, we have the ability to consciously create and shape our future by acting with purpose, focus, and intention. Every great achievement, transformative experience, and meaningful connection begins with an intention. Intentionality is not about hoping things will fall into place. It's about setting a clear direction and taking deliberate, focused action toward a specific outcome. It is the catalyst for change in your life, and it allows you to direct your energy in a way that aligns with your deepest desires and aspirations. This chapter will explore the transformative power of the law of intentionality, showing how you can use it to clarify your purpose, set actionable goals, and create the life you truly desire. By practicing intentionality, you unlock the power to consciously manifest your vision and move with purpose in every area of your life. The essence of intentionality: aligning thoughts, actions, and purpose. 1. The importance of clear intention. Intentionality starts with clarity of purpose. Without a clear intention, we can feel lost, adrift, or overwhelmed by the countless distractions of life. Think about the last time you were on a trip. If you didn't know your destination, you'd likely waste time, energy, and resources wandering aimlessly. Similarly, in life, having a clear sense of direction is essential to creating meaningful progress. Intention is not simply wishful thinking. It is the focus of energy and action toward a specific outcome. It requires knowing what you want and setting clear, measurable goals to get there. Without clear intentions, it becomes easy to drift through life, allowing circumstances to dictate your actions and reactions. But when you set powerful, clear intentions, you take the reins of your life and actively guide it toward your desires. Consider the example of an artist creating a painting. The artist first envisions the final piece, then sets the intention to bring it to life through specific actions. selecting materials, choosing colors, and making decisions as the work unfolds. Similarly, by having a clear vision for your life, you begin to make decisions that align with that vision and move you toward it. 2. The mind-body connection. Your thoughts shape your reality. Intentionality is more than just setting goals. It's about aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions with your desires. Your thoughts have power, and the energy behind those thoughts influences the direction of your life. When you think with intention, you program your subconscious mind to recognize opportunities that align with your vision. The connection between your mind and body is also key in this process. Your emotions and physical actions must support your intentions in order to create meaningful change. If you set an intention to achieve a goal but don't align your emotions or actions, you create internal conflict. True intention is when the mind, body, and spirit align in harmony toward a specific goal. For example, let's say you have the intention to get healthy. Setting this goal is an important step, but the true power comes when you couple that intention with a positive mindset, an emotional commitment, and consistent action, such as choosing healthy foods, exercising regularly, and maintaining a balanced lifestyle. Without aligning all aspects of yourself to this intention, it's easy to falter or lose focus. 3. Purposeful action. The bridge between intent and reality. Intention alone will not get you where you want to go. It must be paired with purposeful action. Action is the vehicle that carries your intentions into reality. It's one thing to think about a goal, but it's another to actively pursue it, step by step. One of the most powerful aspects of the law of intentionality is that it teaches you to take deliberate, conscious action toward your goals, rather than reacting to life circumstances or waiting for opportunities to arise. Each decision you make, each action you take, should bring you closer to your intended outcome. To illustrate this, think about a person who intends to build a successful business. Setting an intention might involve creating a vision for the company and identifying the products or services to offer. But without purposeful action, such as developing a business plan, marketing the products, and building a customer base, the goal would remain just a thought. Intentional action means making regular, consistent efforts toward the goal, even when obstacles arise or progress seems slow. The 4 pillars of intentionality. To live intentionally, you must focus on 4 core aspects of your life: clarity, focus, action, and alignment. These 4 pillars will help you structure your efforts and ensure that every step you take leads you toward your desired outcomes. 1. Clarity. Know what you want. The first pillar of intentionality is clarity. You must be clear about your desires, aspirations, and the life you want to create. Without clarity, your intentions are scattered, and your efforts lack focus. Take time to reflect on what you truly want in life, whether it's in your career, relationships, health, or personal growth. Write down your goals and dreams, and break them down into specific, achievable objectives. The more specific you are, the easier it will be to take actionable steps toward achieving them. To gain clarity, ask yourself, what do I truly desire in life? What will bring me joy, fulfillment, and purpose? What are my core values, and how can I align my goals with them? How do I want to feel at the end of this journey? Once you've defined your desires, you can start setting intentions that reflect those goals, bringing a sense of purpose and direction to your life. 2. Focus. Direct your energy toward your goals. Focus is the second pillar of intentionality. Once you've gained clarity about your goals, it's time to direct your energy toward them. This requires concentration and discipline. It's easy to get distracted by daily tasks or the opinions of others, but when you stay focused on your intentions, you align your energy and efforts toward what matters most. Focus involves eliminating distractions. Remove or limit anything that takes you off course, whether it's negative influences, busy work, or time-wasting activities. Prioritizing what matters most. Focus on tasks and actions that bring you closer to your goals, and let go of tasks that don't align with your vision. Staying present. Be mindful of where you place your attention. The more present you are in each moment, the more energy you can devote to your goals. Maintaining focus requires consistency. It's easy to become overwhelmed by the sheer number of tasks or overwhelmed by obstacles, but staying focused on the bigger picture helps you keep moving forward. 3. Action. Take consistent steps toward your goals. The third pillar is action. Nothing happens without effort. Once you have clarity and focus, the next step is to take deliberate action. Whether it's small steps or big leaps, your intentions must be followed by tangible efforts. Purposeful action is not about rushing or forcing things to happen. It's about making steady progress and taking meaningful steps toward your desired outcome. Sometimes, the best course of action is simply taking one step at a time, especially if the goal feels overwhelming. Here's how to make purposeful action a part of your daily life. Create a plan. Break down your big goal into smaller, manageable steps. Identify the actions needed to reach each milestone. Set achievable deadlines. Give yourself a timeline for completing each task, but be flexible enough to adjust when necessary. Take action every day. Even if it's just a small step, take consistent action. Over time, these small efforts will compound and bring you closer to your goal. Remember, action is not about being busy. It's about being productive and intentional in your efforts. 4. Alignment. Ensure your actions reflect your intentions. The fourth pillar is alignment. Intentionality is about ensuring that your thoughts, actions, and energy are all aligned with your goals. Misalignment can lead to frustration, confusion, and a lack of progress. To stay aligned, ask yourself, do my actions reflect my values? Are you making decisions that align with your deeper purpose? Are my thoughts in harmony with my goals? If you're doubting your ability to succeed, you might be unintentionally blocking your own progress. Are my emotions supporting my actions? If you're feeling frustrated or unmotivated, it might be time to realign your approach to bring back a sense of joy or passion. Alignment ensures that everything you do is in harmony with your intentions, creating a flow state where everything feels effortless and in tune with your desired outcomes. Overcoming obstacles. Navigating challenges with purpose. Even with intentionality, challenges and obstacles will arise. The law of intentionality doesn't promise a smooth ride. It teaches that your intention and purpose will guide you through tough times. To overcome obstacles. Stay flexible. While your ultimate goal remains the same, remain open to changing your approach if something isn't working. View obstacles as lessons. Every challenge brings valuable insight and growth. Rather than seeing setbacks as failures, view them as opportunities to learn and refine your approach. Maintain your belief. Faith in your vision is key. When you encounter obstacles, remind yourself that challenges are part of the journey, and you are equipped to navigate them. The more committed you are to your intention, the more resilient you'll become in the face of adversity. Final thoughts. Living with purpose and power. The law of intentionality is a powerful tool for manifesting your dreams. By setting clear intentions, taking consistent action, and aligning your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors with your goals, you become the conscious creator of your reality. When you live with intention, you direct your energy toward what matters most, creating a life of purpose, fulfillment, and joy. In the next chapter, we will explore the law of action, where we'll look at how the energy we put into our actions determines the speed and power of our manifestations. Let's continue this journey with focused intention and purposeful action. Glowing Star. Chapter 10. The Law of Action. Bridging the gap between thought and reality. The power of action. Turning dreams into reality. It is often said that thoughts become things, and while this is true to an extent, it is equally true that thoughts alone will not bring your dreams to life. For your intentions to manifest, you must take action. The law of action teaches us that while intention, mindset, and vision are critical, it is only through deliberate action that we can bridge the gap between our desires and our reality. The law of action is simple but profound. Without action, nothing happens. No matter how powerful your intentions are or how clear your vision may seem, unless you act upon those intentions, they will remain ideas in your mind rather than tangible results in your life. This chapter explores the power of the law of action, how it functions as the catalyst for transformation, and why taking consistent, focused action is the key to manifesting your deepest desires. It will also provide practical steps for cultivating an action-oriented mindset that propels you toward your goals, and how to overcome the common obstacles that prevent action from taking place. The relationship between thought and action. 1. The role of thoughts in action. Before we delve into the importance of action, it's important to understand how thoughts and action are interconnected. The law of action works hand in hand with the law of intention and the law of attraction. Without thoughts and intentions, action lacks direction. However, without action, even the clearest intentions remain dormant. Our thoughts are powerful because they set the direction of our life. What we focus on shapes the energy we attract, but action is the mechanism through which we take this energy and direct it into the physical world. While we cannot control every outcome, we can control our actions, and in doing so, we take responsibility for shaping our reality. For instance, if you have the intention to improve your health, the thoughts you think about healthy living will influence your mindset and motivation. But without the action of exercising, choosing nutritious foods, or practicing self-care, your thoughts will remain theoretical and will not bring about the change you desire. The synergy between thought and action is essential for creating momentum and success. 2. Action. The bridge between vision and manifestation. Imagine that your mind is the architect of your future, and your actions are the builders that make the blueprint come to life. The law of action bridges the gap between your internal world, thoughts, dreams, and visions, and your external world, results, achievements, and experiences. Without action, the best-laid plans are just dreams. Manifestation is not an instant process, nor is it a passive one. The universe may support you through synchronicities, opportunities, and signs, but it requires your effort and engagement to turn your dreams into tangible outcomes. Just as a seed requires the action of being planted, watered, and cared for to grow into a plant, your intentions require consistent, purposeful action to manifest in the physical realm. Action brings energy into motion. It is the creative force that sets ideas into motion and transforms potential into reality. Without it, we remain in a state of unrealized potential. The 5 types of action. Identifying what you need to do. To effectively apply the law of action in your life, it's helpful to recognize that not all actions are created equal. The type of action you take depends on your goals, circumstances, and the stage of your journey. Below are 5 key types of action that can help you move forward. 1. Inspired action. Action that feels aligned and natural. Inspired action is the most effortless and aligned form of action. It occurs when you are operating from a place of clarity, excitement, and passion. This type of action is fueled by intuition, and it often feels natural, easy, and motivated. Inspired action is different from forced action because it flows with the natural rhythm of life. You might have an idea, and suddenly, opportunities and solutions present themselves effortlessly. When you feel inspired to act, you often experience a sense of flow where time seems to pass quickly and everything aligns. How to cultivate inspired action. Listen to your intuition. Pay attention to your inner guidance and follow the prompts that feel right. Trust the process. Inspired action comes when you trust that the universe is supporting you. Feel the energy. Notice when a task feels invigorating or easy to do. These are signs that the action is aligned with your highest path. 2. Consistent action. The key to momentum. Consistent action is the backbone of success. While inspired action provides the spark, consistent action builds momentum and ensures that you stay on track toward your goal. The power of consistent action is that small efforts compounded over time create significant results. In the pursuit of a goal, it's easy to get discouraged if you don't see immediate results. But progress often comes slowly, and it is the consistent, incremental actions that eventually add up to a major transformation. How to develop consistent action. Set manageable goals. Break down your long-term goal into smaller, achievable tasks that you can complete daily or weekly. Create routines. Establish daily or weekly habits that align with your goals. This will help you stay on track. Celebrate small wins. Recognizing and celebrating small achievements keeps you motivated. 3. Bold action. Stepping outside your comfort zone. Bold action is when you make a big leap or take a calculated risk that pushes you out of your comfort zone. It is the type of action required to break free from stagnation and propel yourself into new territory. Bold actions can be intimidating, but they are often necessary for growth and transformation. For example, starting a new business or changing careers are examples of bold actions. These actions may feel risky, but they often lead to extraordinary growth and new opportunities. How to take bold action. Confront your fears. Bold action requires the willingness to face fears and uncertainties head-on. Take calculated risks. Weigh the potential rewards and consequences before taking action, but don't let fear paralyze you. Have confidence. Trust in your ability to handle challenges, even if you're not sure how things will turn out. 4. Strategic action, planning and executing with precision. Strategic action involves making intentional plans and executing them with precision. This type of action is necessary when you have long-term goals and need to map out the steps to reach them. Strategic action requires organization, discipline, and foresight. For example, launching a successful business involves strategic action, research, budgeting, market analysis, and marketing, all of which require careful planning and execution. How to implement strategic action. Create a plan, define your goals, and map out the steps needed to achieve them. Monitor progress. Regularly assess your progress and make adjustments as needed. Prioritize actions. Focus on actions that will have the greatest impact on your success. 5. Reflective action. Learning from experience. Reflective action involves looking back at past actions and experiences to gain insight and make informed decisions about the future. While this type of action is retrospective, it's essential for growth because it helps you identify what worked and what didn't, allowing you to refine your approach. For instance, after completing a project or making a decision, reflecting on the results allows you to identify areas of improvement and strategies for future success. How to practice reflective action. Keep a journal. Regularly record your experiences, challenges, and successes to gain clarity and insight. Ask key questions. After completing a task, ask yourself, what did I learn? What can I do better next time? Use feedback. Incorporate feedback from others to adjust your approach. Overcoming common obstacles to action. Even with a clear intention and a plan, many people struggle with taking action. The path to your desires is rarely smooth, and various obstacles can prevent you from moving forward. Here are some of the most common obstacles and how to overcome them. 1. Procrastination. Procrastination is one of the biggest barriers to action. It often stems from fear of failure, perfectionism, or simply feeling overwhelmed. To overcome procrastination, break tasks into smaller pieces. Large tasks can be intimidating, but small steps make them more manageable. Set deadlines. Hold yourself accountable by setting specific deadlines for each task. Just start. Often, the hardest part is beginning. Once you start, momentum takes over. 2. Fear of failure. The fear of failure can paralyze us and prevent us from taking bold action. But failure is an essential part of growth. To overcome the fear of failure, reframe failure. See failure as a learning opportunity rather than a setback. Focus on growth. Understand that every action, whether successful or not, contributes to your personal growth and learning. Take small risks. Start with manageable risks to build your confidence and gradually take bolder actions. 3. Lack of motivation. Even with the best intentions, there will be times when motivation wanes. To maintain motivation, connect with your purpose. Remind yourself why you are pursuing your goal in the first place. Visualize success. Picture the positive outcome that awaits you after you take action. Find an accountability partner. Share your goals with someone who can motivate and support you. Final thoughts. Action is the key to transformation. The law of action is a reminder that nothing happens without effort. While intention, mindset, and vision are essential, they are powerless without the energy and effort that comes from taking deliberate, purposeful action. To create the life you desire, you must move beyond thought and take concrete steps toward your goals. Every action you take, whether small or large, brings you closer to your ultimate desires. Through consistent, inspired, and bold action, you turn your dreams into reality. In the next chapter, we will explore the law of patience, learning how to stay grounded and patient as we wait for the fruits of our actions to ripen. Let's continue this journey of growth, transformation, and success. Seedling.